Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but somehow you're still stuck? You're working hard, you're playing by the rules, and yet your financial life feels like running on a treadmill. All this effort, all this sweat, and you're not actually moving forward. The promotion doesn't come. The investment you were so sure about goes sideways, and that feeling of real, genuine abundance just stays out of reach, like it's always one step ahead of you. So many of you have written to me saying exactly this. I feel cosmically stuck. No matter what I try, the door won't open. If that's you, I want you to lean in, because what I'm about to share might be the most important thing you hear all year. On June 18th, 2026, a celestial doorway is going to swing open, and I don't say that lightly. This isn't a random prediction or a bit of feel-good fluff. It's a genuine astrological alignment, one that many Vedic astrologers are already calling one of the most powerful wealth creation windows of the entire decade. For those who understand how to work with this energy, it's a real, limited-time opportunity to shift the direction of your financial life. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the whole thing, what's actually happening in the sky, why it matters so much for your money, and most importantly, the exact step-by-step playbook, the remedies, the key dates, the timing, so you can align your finances with this cosmic wave instead of watching it pass you by. Let's start with something honest. That feeling of financial struggle? It's never really just about the numbers in your bank account, is it? It's a heavy energy. It's the anxiety that keeps you staring at the ceiling at 2 in the morning. It's that quiet little voice of self-doubt that shows up the moment you see someone else getting ahead. It's the frustration of pouring yourself into your work and feeling like the universe keeps forgetting your name. And somewhere in there, you find yourself asking, when is it my turn? When do I finally catch a break? Here's what Vedic astrology teaches, and it's something that genuinely changed how I see all of this. Your break isn't really about luck. It's about timing. And the timing we are about to step into is, frankly, extraordinary. Now, I want to be crystal clear about something right from the start. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not here to sell you a fantasy. Think of what's coming less like a lottery ticket and more like a divine appointment, a scheduled meeting between you and prosperity, where the only question is whether you show up prepared. So let me explain what's actually happening up there, because once you understand it, the dates are going to make a lot more sense. There are 3 layers to this, and each one builds on the last. The first layer is Jupiter. In Vedic astrology, Jupiter, or Guru, is the great teacher. He's the planet of wisdom, of fortune, of expansion. Wherever Jupiter travels, he tends to bring growth and opportunity along with him. He's basically the most generous planet in the sky. And on June 2nd, 2026, Jupiter makes a major move. He enters the sign of Cancer. Why does that matter so much? Because Cancer is Jupiter's sign of exaltation. And exaltation is a big word, so let me put it simply. Imagine a king who's been wandering around in ordinary clothes, and then he finally walks back into his own palace and sits down on his magnificent golden throne. That's what exaltation is. The planet is home. It's at full strength. It's able to give the very best of what it has to offer. And this exalted Jupiter transit lasts all the way until late October 2026. So it sets the entire stage for stability and growth. The second layer is something called a nakshatra. In Vedic astrology, the sky is divided into 27 lunar mansions, and each one carries its own flavor and energy. The one we care about here is called Pushya, and Pushya is widely considered the single most auspicious nakshatra of them all. Its name literally means to nourish. Its symbol is the udder of a cow, an image of pure, overflowing nourishment and care. And the deity who presides over Pushya is Brihaspati, who is, and this is the beautiful part, the divine form of Jupiter himself. So now watch how these layers start to stack. On June 18th, 2026, Jupiter, already exalted, already at peak strength in Cancer, moves into the nakshatra of Pushya. In other words, the planet of abundance walks into the exact part of the sky that's ruled by his own energy. He's home in two ways at once. That kind of synergy is rare, and it's tailor-made for building lasting wealth. And then there's the third layer, which is what makes June 18th specifically the kickoff date. It's the formation of a Guru Pushya Yoga. This happens on a special kind of day, when the moon transits through Pushya on a Thursday. And Thursday, by the way, is Jupiter's own day of the week. According to the astrological calendar, on Thursday, June 18th, 2026, the moon will be sitting right in Pushya. So put it all together. You've got an exalted Jupiter, entering his own nakshatra, on a Guru Pushya Yoga, all on the same day. That's not a coincidence. That's a trifecta. 3 blessings landing at once. And here's the best news. This isn't a single fleeting moment that's gone in an hour. It opens a potent 2-month wealth window as Jupiter moves through Pushya from June 18th until roughly August 18th, 2026. 2 full months. That's your runway. That's the time to act. Now, knowing all of this is one thing. Actually using it is another thing entirely. So let me give you the blueprint, because this is where it gets practical. And I want you to remember one core idea throughout. This isn't about wishing for money. It's about co-creating with the universe. You provide the effort and the intention. The cosmos provides the tailwind. The first part of the blueprint is mindset. And please don't skip this because it's the foundation everything else rests on. This kind of Jupiter energy does not reward frantic, greedy, grabbing action. It rewards the opposite: discipline, integrity, and generosity. We're building stable, long-term wealth here, not chasing a thrill. So your very first step is to get genuinely clear on your why. Why do you actually want more abundance? Is it security for your family? Is it the freedom to help others? Is it your own growth and peace of mind? Whatever it is, write it down. Sit with it. Let yourself feel it. Make that intention pure, because a clean intention is what lets this energy flow toward you instead of slipping past you. The second part is the kickoff ritual. What to actually do on June 18th itself. This is the day you plant the seed, and your actions are both symbolic and, in the Vedic view, energetically powerful. None of this is complicated. Start by wearing yellow or gold. That's Jupiter's color. And wearing it is a simple way of tuning your own energy to his frequency. Then, find a quiet space and chant the seed mantra for Jupiter 108 times. The mantra is, Om Gram Greem Gram Sa Gurave Namaha. Don't worry about getting the pronunciation perfect. What matters is the sincerity behind it. This is one of the most direct ways to invoke Jupiter's grace. Next, make a small symbolic first purchase. Pushya is famously, almost legendarily, auspicious for buying gold or silver. And you do not need to empty your savings for this. Even a single gram of gold or a small silver coin works beautifully. It acts as a physical anchor, a real object in the real world that says, I'm building wealth, starting now. Then, balance that receiving with giving. Pushya nourishes, and the way you stay in tune with nourishing energy is by nourishing others. So perform an act of generosity. Donate to a school, support a teacher, give to a spiritual cause that means something to you. Giving doesn't drain the channel, it opens it. And finally, if it resonates with you, honor Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, who many traditions connect directly to Pushya. Just a few quiet minutes of prayer or meditation focused on her is a way of formally inviting prosperity into your life. The third part of the blueprint is the timeline. And this is where it gets really interesting, because that 2-month window isn't flat. As Jupiter moves through the 4 padas, the 4 steps or quarters of Pushya, the energy shifts. Think of them as 4 chapters in your wealth story. The first chapter, roughly from June 18th to July 4th, is the seed phase. This is all about new beginnings, and actions you take here have the most room to grow. So this is your moment to open that savings account you keep putting off. Draft the business plan. Make that first contribution to an investment fund. Whatever your financial seed is, plant it now. The second chapter, roughly July 4th to July 19th, is the growth phase. Now you nurture what you started. The focus shifts to development. Take the course, sharpen the skill, expand your professional network. Add steadily to what you've already begun. This is the season of patient, disciplined effort. No shortcuts, just consistency. The third chapter, roughly July 19th to August 3rd, is the stability phase. This one favors the long game. It's a wonderful time for tangible assets, and it's an excellent window for paying down debt and making big payments that strengthen your foundation. Everything you do here is about building something solid and unshakable underneath you. And the fourth chapter, roughly August 3rd to August 18th, is the harvest phase. This is where you start to see the fruit of everything you set in motion. Review your progress, consolidate your gains, and above all, practice gratitude. Actually pause and thank the universe for how far you've come. Because in this tradition, gratitude isn't just polite, it's multiplying. The more thankful you are for what's growing, the more it tends to grow. Now, before I tell you which signs are most in the spotlight, I want to mention one thing. If all of this is landing for you, but you're wondering how this transit specifically plays out in your own chart, that's exactly the kind of thing I work through in one-on-one readings. Your birth chart is like a personalized map for this whole cosmic treasure hunt, and knowing your own layout changes everything. If you'd like to explore that, the link to book a session is down in the description. Okay, let's talk about who's getting the strongest cosmic tailwind. Because Jupiter is moving through Cancer, which is a water sign, those of you with your ascendant or moon in the water signs are going to feel this most directly. If you're a Cancer rising or Cancer moon, this is enormous. Jupiter is transiting your first house, the house of self and identity. This is a period of genuine personal renewal. Your confidence can climb, your health may sharpen, and your whole sense of direction tends to get clearer. Problems that felt permanent can start to quietly dissolve. This really is your time to step forward. If you're Scorpio rising or Scorpio moon, Jupiter is gracing your 9th house, the house of fortune, higher wisdom, and long journeys. For you, this can feel like a wave of pure luck and grace washing in. Opportunities may arrive through mentors, through travel, through faraway places, or through spiritual growth. This is the kind of window where your faith finally gets rewarded. And if you're Pisces rising or Pisces moon, this is especially sweet, because Jupiter is your own ruling planet. And right now, he's lighting up your 5th house of creativity, investments, and pure joy. This is a fantastic transit for creative projects, for matters of the heart, and yes, for financial intuition. Your gut instincts are going to be razor sharp here. When something feels right, pay attention. It may well lead you to gold. And it's not only the water signs. If you're a Virgo, this hits your 11th house of gains and community, which can mean a real bump in income. If you're an Aries, it blesses your 4th house of home and property, bringing warmth and stability to your domestic life. The truth is, every single sign has a specific area of life that's about to get nourished. No one is left out of this. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with a few clear do's and don'ts, because the energy of Pushya has a definite personality, and you'll get the most out of it if you work with its grain rather than against it. Do focus on ethical long-term wealth. Do stay disciplined and consistent. Small, steady actions beat one dramatic gesture. Do practice generosity, because giving keeps the channel open. And do invest in yourself, in your knowledge and your skills, because that's wealth no one can ever take from you. On the other side, don't fall for risky, get-rich-quick schemes. Pushya energy is stable and grounded. It simply does not support gambling, and you'll feel the friction if you try. Don't let arrogance or greed creep in, because that's exactly the kind of energy that repels Jupiter's blessings. Don't be lazy and assume the universe will do it all for you. The wind is at your back, but you still have to raise your sails. And one specific bit of timing to be aware of. From roughly mid-July to mid-August, Jupiter becomes what's called combust, meaning it sits too close to the sun and its energy gets a little obscured. During that stretch, ease off launching brand new major projects. Use that time instead for inner work, planning, refining, preparing, so you're ready to move the moment it clears. So here's where I'll leave you. The period beginning June 18th, 2026 is so much more than a date on a calendar. In Vedic astrology, it's a divine appointment. It's a rare window where the planet of abundance, standing at the absolute peak of his power, enters the most nourishing corner of the sky on his very own day. The universe is offering you a real cosmic assist toward your financial dreams. But an assist is only worth anything if you're ready to take the shot. So take it. Set your intention. Perform the rituals. And then take disciplined, heart-centered, consistent action across these 2 months. This is your chance to step off that treadmill once and for all and move from struggling to thriving into something stable, nourishing, and genuinely abundant. If this guide spoke to you, do me a favor and subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything as we get closer to the date. Share it with someone you think truly deserves this opportunity. And then I want to hear from you in the comments. What is the number one thing you're planning to manifest during this wealth window? Tell me below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.